everyone. Me and Aidan Wolf are both mixed reality developers, and we just watched Microsoft announce the HoloLens 2 live during our live stream in their keynote. And lots of interesting things. The HoloLens 2 looks really promising.
I was thoroughly impressed with the live demo. I think that as a developer, it's offering a lot of the things that I want from a spatial computing device.
Yeah, this is something really cool about the HoloLens is the fusion of hand tracking and eye tracking, which are brand new to the HoloLens, at least to that level of depth. And the voice recognition also seemed greatly improved. Like, things were responding very quickly to voice commands. And the way that they are re-envisioning their own interfaces by making it very physical and very intuitive seems like a really, really big step. Because they also have announced that they doubled the field of view in the HoloLens. And it's really important if you're doing hand tracking, because if you have a low field of view, once you start trying to touch things, like, things can start to disappear really quickly. So the advancement in the field of view was really welcome, and it's really plays into the emphasis they're putting on hand gestures. And there were lots of them. They showed sliders, buttons of all kinds of sizes, interactions in which you rotate things, throw them around, and some interactions with eye tracking as well.
Yep.
And this is what excited me the most, actually. This feels like a very mature version of the HoloLens that seemed very practical. Microsoft really, I mean, it was very corporate, perhaps a little bit too corporate, but it made the device seem incredibly useful, and it felt like a huge step up from the HoloLens.
And I'd say it's fair that a lot of the computers that we first got access to at whatever point in our lives probably had a corporate reason for being there, and they eventually became our entertainment devices, the way we access the internet, and the way we played games. So I really don't think that's going to stop developers just on a purely marketing related stance from building fun, cool, weird things for the HoloLens 2.
Yeah, Microsoft also announced new Azure services. They are making their own move with spatial anchors, so Microsoft's version of the AR cloud that supports both ARKit, AR Core, and whatever else Microsoft's conjuring up, and cloud-based rendering. With all of this being said, where do you think Magic Leap stands now? So, you know, the Magic Leap was compared with HoloLens 1 in the beginning, but the HoloLens 1 was unveiled in 2015, so it's been a while. But this is a more recent version of the HoloLens that I think allows us to compare Magic Leap and Microsoft more directly. Where do you think they're going?
I feel like it feels like a more mature platform for AR in comparison to just about everyone. I think this is going to turn heads in a way for the enterprise, more computer replacement side, in a way that VR isn't, as it doubles down on games.
So, Magic Leap has been showing interest in getting into enterprise lately, but they seem to be very behind in comparison with Microsoft, which means that they either have a lot of catching up to do, or they have to double down on consumer MR, but I'm not sure if consumer MR is ready, or if it's going to take a couple of years. If it will take a couple of years, it means that Magic Leap's going to have to do a little bit of a marathon and raise money and try to stay in the game long enough that the consumer market can give them a return.
And further, it seems like Magic Leap's big play, judging from the LeapCon keynote, was to build an open architecture for AR, for everything, for AR Cloud, for multi-platform device capabilities, and really Microsoft came in with an actual plan, an actual implementation of this, and I think what Magic Leap they thought could buy them time in addressing the consumer AR market, it may have actually been swept in that way.
Rogue, do you have anything to add?
Well, actually, yes, I do. Hello.
Hello.
So, what's really interesting about Microsoft's position is that using their IoT background, all of their Azure services, they really just can wipe the floor, because Magic Leap just doesn't have those services in that background and that crazy infrastructure. Really, Microsoft is in a good position right now, in 2019 especially.
Yeah, thank you as always, Rogue.
Thank you, Rogue. Yeah.
And Microsoft also has some really interesting things to say about the openness of their platform. So Microsoft Store will not be this only store online. People will be able to create their own stores, so we'll probably see companies like Steam coming into the mixed reality platform in the future, and many more. Well,
yeah, it's actually refreshing because as all these new devices are coming out, we really don't know how we're actually going to be able to deliver our experiences to our users. And there's one side who's big on WebXR, so that it's this open platform. This seems like it's a really comfortable middle ground between this completely open web architecture and kind of the stores and new delivery methods that we may want to take advantage of. And there's going to be, I think, a lot of room actually for new types of platforms just beyond Steam.
So what did you think of the HoloLens 2? Are you going to get one? Is there anything you thought was cool or thought was missing? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want to watch more stuff like this, feel free to subscribe and to support us on Patreon.